Good afternoon, students. This is the last chapter in your auditing and assurance subject, that is audit under computerized information system. So in this chapter, the first concept is audit trials. So an audit trial can be either a paper or electronically based trial that provides documented history of a transaction within a company. So here the audit trial means it can be either a paper or electronically based trial and which gives documentary evidence for the particular transaction that has been done by the company. So, see, an audit trial allows an auditor to trace the financial data from the general ledger to the source document, such as invoice, receipt, voucher, etc., and view the full process of a given transaction. So here the audit trial means here the auditor he will check the each transaction with documentary evidence. See if the company purchases any assets, at that time the company will get the invoice or the receipt from the supplier who has supplied goods. So for the transaction, that is for the purchase transaction, the invoice is the documentary evidence. So here the invoice it will help the auditor, like it is a proof for the particular transaction that has been done by the company. So here the audit trial means it is a process where it will help the auditor to view the full detail of a particular transaction with the help of documentary evidence. Next is the process of the audit trial. An audit trial will include the chronological list of steps. So it includes various steps that were required in order to begin a transaction and bring it to completion. So an audit trial can be simple or very complex depending on the number of steps involved in the particular transaction. So here the audit trial it can be simple or it can be complex. It depends on the number of steps that are involved in the particular transaction. See if it is a cash purchase, then there won't be many steps in the particular transaction, because when you purchase the goods you will immediately pay the cash, or in case of any sale also. But in case of credit purchase or credit sales, at that time there will be many transaction. If the so it will require, it includes many steps. In such cases the audit trial will be complex. So it depends on the number of steps that are included in the particular transaction. So here for example, see, conducting an audit trial on an invoice issued by a vendor would be a relatively simple process. So that is the example I gave. Next, the audit trial usually begins with the invoice receipt. The transaction is then followed back through the accounts payable and finally through to the check or electronic payment made to settle the amount. So first there will be in any transaction, first the transaction will begin with the invoice receipt. So after that we will receive the invoice, then after that we will make the payment, then finally it can be through the electronic payment or it can be with the help of check. So however, an audit trial may contain many more steps and be difficult to follow depending on the company and the transaction. So if the transaction is simple, then audit trial is simple. If the transaction includes many steps, at that time the audit trial will become complex. Next is as a management tool. So in many ways, an audit trial can often be effective tools for overseeing a business or organization finances and other resources. So in many ways, this audit trial, it is a effective tool for overseeing the business, how the business is running, in order to look after the business and organization, in order to find out the financial position of the organization and also other resources. The audit trial are a reliable way to find out whether the transactions are being conducted smoothly and truthfully while keeping the least necessary number of steps in the process. So here the audit trial, it will help the auditor to check the transaction whether it is correct, or whether it is the transaction recorded is true or not, whether the company is conducting business smoothly. So if discrepancies are discovered in a company's financial data, then an audit trail is often the best way to determine where the information is missing and where improper actions took place. So if there are no documentary evidence for the particular transaction, then at that time the auditor, with the help of audit trail, the auditor will come to know whether the company is there any mistake done by the company. So then they can take the measures. So this is about the first concept, that is audit trail. After the audit trail, the next concept is special audit techniques. So in the absence of audit trail, the auditor needs the assurance that the programs are functioning correctly in respect of the specific items by using special audit techniques. So in case of if there is no audit trail, or in case of the absence of audit trail in the business, then the auditor needs the assurance that the programs and the functions that are performed by the particular company, whether they are functioning properly and all the transactions are correct. So in case instead of audit trail, there are other special audit techniques that will be used by the auditor in order to check the transactions. So normally speaking, special audit techniques may be used under the following circumstances. So we'll see one by one when the special audit techniques will be used. So in order to ensure the correct functioning of important program controls, in case the auditor want to ensure the correct functioning of the important programs control, in such situation the auditor uses the special audit techniques. Next is to overcome losses of audit trail. In order to overcome, if they have conducted the audit trail, and in order to overcome the losses from the audit trail, they use the special audit techniques. Next is to reduce audit cost or increase the efficiency of the audit. Auditor uses the special audit techniques. The absence of input documents or a lack of visible audit trail may require the use of computer assisted audit techniques. So in case any lack in the audit trail, in such situation the auditor uses the computer assisted audit techniques, that is CATS. So this is the special audit technique. So that is using the computer as an audit tool. So here the auditor uses the computer as the audit tool in order to check the transaction. The effectiveness and efficiency of the auditing procedures may be enhanced through the use of CATS. So here the effectiveness and efficiency of auditing procedures may be enhanced through the use of CATS, and popularly there are two common types of CATS, that is audit software and test data. So we'll see one by one. So in the CATS, that is computer assisted audit programs, the first one is audit techniques. The first one is this one, audit software. The audit software consists of computer programs used by the auditor. So audit software means it consists of the computer programs that are used by the auditor as a part of his auditing procedure to process data of audit significance from the entity's accounting system. So this audit software is important for 2 marks. Then the audit software may consist of package programs, purpose written programs, utility programs, and system management programs. So regardless of the source of the programs, the auditor should substantiate their validity for the audit purposes prior to use. So here the audit software, it includes various programs. So the first one is the package programs. Here the package programs are generally computer programs and are designed to perform data processing functions. So here they are the computer programs and they are designed to perform the data processing functions such as reading data, selecting, analyzing information, then performing calculations, then creating data files and reporting in a format specified by the auditor. So all these are the functions performed by the package programs. Next one is the purpose written programs. So here the purpose written programs perform audit tasks in a specific circumstances. So here these programs they will perform the audit work or task in specific, not for all the circumstances, not in all circumstances, in a specific circumstances. These programs may be developed by the auditor, the entity being audited, or an outside uh, programmer hired by the auditor. So in some cases the auditor may use entity existing programs in their original or modified state because it may be more efficient than developing independent programs. So instead of developing independent program, because it will take more time, they will in some cases the auditor uses the entities existing programs in their original or modified. He will make some changes, or else he will use the original existing program. So the next program is utility programs. The utility programs are used by an entity to perform the common data processing functions such as sorting, creating, and printing files. So here these utility programs are used by the entity, that is company, in order to perform the common data processing functions such as the sorting, creating, and printing the files. These programs are generally not designed for audit purposes and therefore may not contain features such as automatic record counts and control totals. So these are not designed for the audit purpose. That's why it will not contain the features like automatic record counts, then control totals. Next is the system management programs. These are enhanced productivity. It enhances these are enhanced productivity tools that are typically the part of they are typically the part of the sophisticated operating system environment. See, for example, data retrieval software or code comparison software. As with the utility programs, these tools are not specifically designed for auditing use. Their use requires additional care. So when so in these programs also not used designed for the audit use, but these programs can be used for the audit. The computer program designed to assist in examining, then testing clients' accounting record, different audit software packages accomplish varying objectives. So here the audit software packages, there are different audit software packages. So each software has its own objectives, and some packages assist in gathering evidence, conducting analytical tests, then sampling data, then evaluating internal control, then documenting the audit, scheduling the audit, printing exception reports, and many other things. So all these are the about the audit software. So this is the first first CATS. The next one is the test data, that I will explain in the next video. Thank you.